All right, guys. So, happy Monday. Hope this new week is finding you well and managing things during this weird time that we're in. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your smiling faces and feeding off your energy. But we're going to do the best we can to get things started on a good note this week. So, I've got the week's agenda in front of me, and the top priority for a lot of you is to finish the work that you're missing. There are lots and lots of reasons why you might be a little bit behind, and that's fine. I'm trying to be as patient as I possibly can with that. We are officially ending the quarter this week, though, so I want to get that work in as much as possible. Later on, I'm going to spend a lot of time going through my gradebook, sort of charting out the missing assignments that are there, and sending you a detailed list of what you're missing, CC to your parents, CC to your guidance counselors to make sure that we can help keep you on track. And again, I'm here as a resource, so please don't hesitate to reach out. So that's the top priority this week, to make sure you have missing work turned in. The other thing that we're going to work on that isn't technically due until next week, there's going to be one little thing that you need to fill out, is a project. We're pretty much transitioning away from gas laws. There's a lot more math that we could do, but it's a little hard to present in this kind of setting. So we're going to roll out a project that I did about, 7 or 8 years ago. This was one of the very first projects that I did back in the day, called Kings and Queens of Chemistry. And so we've talked about some scientists this year and their contributions, but we haven't gotten really in depth as to the contributions that they've made to our understanding of the chemical world. And so we thought this was a good opportunity to kind of roll something like that out for you to really get in depth and research someone that made major contributions to the world of science. So we have a list of scientists here. If you know of another chemist that really made significant contributions that we didn't include, I think it's a pretty good list. But if there's somebody else that you might want to include, hit me up. Let me know, and as long as you have good justification for your choice, we're going to be good to go. So we've got this list here. My advice would be to start by picking 5 names from that list and doing a quick Google search on them, seeing what they did, seeing what interests you the most, and maybe there are some interesting names in there that you want to look up, and then picking one to really focus on for your project. In terms of so what I'd like you to do this week, the only assignment that I'm going to have you do this week for a grade is this Google form right here. You're going to get emailed this. You're also going to you're also going to have this on Unified Classroom. Sorry about that. And this is a very simple Google form. It's asking what scientist you plan to study. So once you've narrowed it down, that's where you're going to put your choice. Then I want you to think about the format you're going to use to present your project and how you plan to integrate audio or video into your presentation. And then some questions that will help me to understand how I can help you the most. Because this process normally happens in class where I have a chance to troubleshoot, where we have a chance to bounce ideas off of each other. And since we don't have that, I want to find a way to do that virtually. Our daily Zoom meetings are a good resource for that. So this is the only graded assignment this week, what we're looking at right here. It's just a 10-point homework grade, and I want to help you to kind of start brainstorming about your ideas for the project. The official project isn't going to be due until at least next week. Unofficially, the due date right now is next Wednesday. We're going to see how that goes. It's the only thing we have this week, but I know a lot of you have other work to make up. So back to the project description. We're going to leave the format pretty open-ended here. The only requirement that we're insisting on is that you include at least a little bit of audio. Because I think that doing audio, speaking, and making a well-prepared speech of sorts or a script is a really valuable skill. If you're comfortable with video, that's great too. But if you're going the audio route or doing voiceovers on a video, write a script first. I think the preparation is what we're really looking for here. So, in terms of content, here's what I need you to include. I want you to include a brief summary of who they are, where they came from, where they got their education. Then I want you to give me a detailed description of their discovery or discoveries and their lasting contributions. Like, why did we include them on that list of kings and queens of chemistry? They might have discovered or described some elements. They might help us understand the atom better. They might have developed drugs. They might have contributed to our understanding of climate change or come up with a process to produce something that is really important to us. So, whatever cool stuff they did, that's where you're going to talk about it. And because this is a research project, I want you to include a works cited page with at least 3 sources cited in proper MLA format. And the goal here is to get 5 minutes of substance or the equivalent. If you're not doing a video, obviously the time isn't a factor, but I am going to want you to include 5 minutes of substance or the equivalent. So the rubric is down here on the last page. I'd highly encourage you to check it out as you go. So we're going to grade you on content. That's a big one, 30 out of the 80 points on the project. Your audio video component is going to be 10 points. The length or depth is going to be 20 points. So did you give us enough content and did you go deep enough into each topic to sort of satisfy the requirements? Presentation, like, do you grab us? Is it eye-catching? Is it engaging? Like, am I going to enjoy those 5 minutes of time in my life? That's a factor as well. Then creativity. If you're really thinking outside the box, then we're going to try to reward you for that. And then your works cited page. Pretty standard. I don't think I need to go through that too much. So I don't want to ramble on too much longer, but rest assured that I am here as a resource for whatever you need, whether it be related to chemistry or not. Don't hesitate to reach out. Email is probably the easiest way. Our daily Zoom meetings are a great resource as well. So hopefully I'll see some of you at 1:45. And otherwise, I hope you have a great week.